nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Levis going to the air right away. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the option right, here's Levis. And Levis with a smart move, sliding down after picking up the first. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Off the play fake, Levis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Touchdown, Rams! A great play there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The Bears hit 7-9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Levis now off of play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Up the middle they go. Crowley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, Levis's throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. They sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now it's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. It's Levis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Levis from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Levis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Levis looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run with Herbert. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Now he steps away, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Hey, Monday.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Third and short. It's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Play action. It's Fields. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. First and 10. Here's Levis. He's got Mingo. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. Levis out of the shotgun now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Levis to throw it. Touchdown! Lawrence Cager, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Go.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, Crowley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Crowley, he gets away from one. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Levis back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Levis. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jonathan Mingo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are pouring it on. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time.
Here we go.
He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. He's on his way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They run the counter. Crowley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Levis sets up to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go. Take it to the house. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. 11. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Crowley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off the play fake, Levis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And Levis with a smart move, sliding down after picking up the first.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Crowley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off play action. Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Here we go.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to have the Bears first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Fields on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here we go.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
575.
They'll set up a throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well,
Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. This a 2nd and 8. On the option right, here's Levis. He gives it up. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And they will take a knee here.
What are y'all doing? That was terrible. Awful. Disgraceful.
Are you kidding me?
Shut up.
And they take a knee.
Son más malos que el veneno. Wake up.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that.